Maybe Austin wants to present this one. This is like
Austin,
his
please.
favorite.
Hold on.
You deserve to take this one because if I can, I'd like to do it. I'm still here.
Yeah.
I want to start off with a nice.
All right, next up we got Conclave, directed by Edward Berger, starring Ralph Fiennes,
Hashtag Berger.
Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow. 8 nominations for Best Picture, Actor in a Leading Role, Actress in a Supporting Role, Adapted Screenplay, Achievement in Film Editing, Achievement in Production Design, Achievement in Costume Design, and Original Score.
Hey, hold on.
I don't know.
Oh wow, it got no supporting role nominations for men. Tucci, Lithgow, none of them.
Tucci is my dog.
Whoa.
Insane.
I mean, it wasn't.
I don't think it was campaigned enough.
Yeah, one thing about this just
Dude,
missed
John
that.
Lithgow, I thought was phenomenal. Yeah, Tucci didn't do as much as I wanted him to, but
He got lost at the end.
yeah, he did.
He was awesome,
but
but
John
man-
Lithgow,
Oh, no,
Lithgow
yeah,
fucking
he did
John
great.
Lithgow's a sitcom
Well,
star, man. Like that motherfucker to play something like this
comedy,
is
bro.
terrific.
And then
All
obviously
right,
Ralph
rapid
is
ratings.
awesome.
You start.
Austin, you start.
9.9.
Playboy.
9.9. Wow.
You really like
Carlos,
it.
Me?
We just go like this. Rapid.
I'll give it a 9. I'm comfortable at a 9.
You are not fit for the conclave at all.
Brother Austin, I have information to tell you about Carlos. It has come to my belief that he does not respect the film enough, and I don't think he's right for the conclave.
He is not
or
right
dare
for
I
the
say, cinema.
Cinema.
Shinem.
I'm trying to think of Lithgow's monologue in the cafeteria. It's not true.
Yeah.
Anyways,
9.2.
you are fit for the conclave.
I didn't give it an 8.9.
All right.
You give it an 8.9.
I'm trying
give
to
it
be
a 9.
careful. I feel like there's so
Flat
many
nine.
accidental gestures that you just like, oh man, that was great.
I was like-
You know, like.
All
Hey,
right, guys, what up?
You know, this is my type of film for some reason.
so then
It
give it a
is, it
number.
is.
I'll give it an 8.8.
You are not fit for the conclave.
statements are contradictory to your fucking ratings.
Go
That's
away.
crazy.
What?
You know,
I'll
this
say
is the
why.
best,
I'll
best
say
movie.
why.
Hot take, best movie I've seen all year. 2.3.
Exactly.
Like,
I have my reasons.
okay.
All right, Nunez.
CK.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, come on.
Honestly,
Give me that rating.
You can't say the F word when we're doing a.
freak. Yeah, for real.
Ah, fuck that. Yeah.
9.7. 9.7.
I'm
ready for this one. to win.
You sir, are
It's a
perfect for
good
the
film.
conclave.
It's a good film.
I'm just going. I only said that for the votes.
Wow. Hot take, I think this is a Jewish
God
film.
damn it. Now you guys are just doing
Dude,
it.
just beep it, dude. Just don't beep it.
This is a Jewish
Like
film.
you said something wrong.
All right. Yeah, this is as Austin and Dalal described it before I even got a chance to comment on it. Via message was that it is a sleeper. It is very much a
Fucking
sleeper.
Holy shit.
Mad sleeper. Not a perfect example of a film not getting enough campaigning, but could very much deserve all of the things it's nominated for. You know,
I'm calling it. It's gonna pull a coda.
it's gonna pull a coda.
That
I
would be
wouldn't put
nice.
it past
I hope
it.
so.
I wouldn't. But there's so much arguments to pick between Honora and Complete Unknown and the Brutalist that people are just gonna be like, fuck all of them. Like the conclave, just like the guy who got voted into the papacy was like, you just get the guy who's not. That would be so
Yeah.
funny, dude.
Imagine if that's literally how that'd be amazing.
Everybody's arguing Honora, and then fucking conclave slips in. I'll
Yeah.
take this award. It's
But
good.
it's you know, I also think that the rating has something to do with it. There's a weird thing that happens that when a film's like rated PG-13, it just gets this.
Doesn't have
we-
enough angst enough.
Yeah, like
Complete on those rated R.
Probably. Dude,
Why
a
would it?
complete unknown made
Why
me want
would
to
it?
get into smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
would it
it's
be an
rated
R?
R.
What?
Rated R.
Yeah,
Well, they
also-
have like nudity and shit.
Yeah,
titties
and
out?
also like you just need to curse enough times, and that's
That's
it.
a good
But the
point.
fact that they're just priests
Yeah.
sitting.
So much drama.
Yeah,
Dude,
no, it's
Not
One of
only
the
that, oh.
One of the dopest parts about Conclave was like you kept on calling it out when we were watching it. In between all the transition scenes, you would see the priest smoking a cigarette or on their phone.
One of
or
them
just
vapes.
lighting
Some-
up.
something
I'll talk
so-
about the
One
cinematography
of them
for that in a
vapes.
bit, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
It's-
I mean, even just in
It helps you bring you into their world that they're just normal people who are going through this. I almost like said it to you. It's almost like a courtroom drama. They're all
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find
yeah.
this dirt on each other, trying to figure out who's the best to lead the
I
church
found it
in
like
the
a-
future. And
Like these high elites political just trying to.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, bro.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
I'm
this
a
room.
lame opinion, but I found it like a fucking high school drama. Not in its like
What high school did you
in
go
the
to?
fact that this is just it's just a bunch of no.
You're trying to be a priest.
Father Yarmo.
No, but it was like no, but I get him. It was like, he has a
Yeah,
kid.
it's gossip
he
and
does
it's-
this,
no,
he does that.
it's
you
almost
know?
like
And there's
True. I
Like
mean,
Wicked.
the way that they're voting for each other is very much, I guess, like what you would call high school is like president of the
Yeah,
like your
yeah,
grade
okay.
or whatever.
How about you vote
Okay.
for me?
Yeah.
It's so fucking
Or like
petty.
even the way that they're not not politicians. There's no campaign, but they're like, hey, I'm gonna give you my followers because I don't think that it's going well right now. So who do my followers go to?
And don't get me wrong, it's genius.
Yeah.
It's
It's
genius
great-
it's a great
to
movie.
humanize them that much. You know. So
it's incredible.
It really takes him off of that pedestal that
For
everybody
sure.
already puts it on.
Yeah,
it's,
for sure.
it's incredible. That I was
Good
so enamored at the beginning how growing up Catholic and growing up seeing these like high figures. Like I mean, you see like the priest and you see the bishops,
Yeah.
and then when it gets all the way up to like this level where they're just so close to the papacy and becoming like a pope, when the day comes, you look at them like, oh my God, these must be the holiest figures.
Yeah.
They themselves are the closest to God and have the most relationship, and they are like you don't view them as being fallible and human. But very early on, they give you all these quick little shots and inserts and like zoom on into each of their faces, like these single shots, and it's to show you like, guess what? They're all just people.
Yeah.
They're all men. They all
And the fact that they did a great thing by keeping the film in English, but still having some the variety of people who are cardinals, because that is a real thing.
Yeah.
I will say I don't know if that takes away the punch a touch by getting American actors to be the leads, to kind of American actors who we know from other situations. Although they did phenomenal, I'm not saying they didn't act well. I'm just saying I don't know if that takes away the punch of the bigger picture. I will say
Is
that
Ralph Fiennes American or
British.
no, he's British.
He's British.
What impresses me about this film the most is similar to the law in the sense of growing up in a faith, a Christian household, or I guess half Christian, half Catholic. What impresses me the most out of these, and which is why, like, you guys can hate it all you want, what's why I love Scorsese's explorations about faith, because it's questioning faith. It's questioning your own faith. It's, and I love, there was a line in the Conclave that said, the Holy Father questioned his faith. He said, no, not in God, in the church.
Yeah.
And that's a huge exploration of this film. It's a huge exploration of faith
That
films
is the
altogether.
best one, yeah.
So I really love when a film can do that.
Yeah.
And this film did that. And it did that with the people who are supposed to have the most amount of
Oh,
faith.
and the monologue at the beginning, the one where he says like, "Hey, I'm just gonna speak from the heart here, but I feel like the person who's most worthy of the
sinner.
papacy is the one who sins, the one who asks for forgiveness, the one who doubts because they are like truer than any of us who feel like, oh, we have what is it, absolute or like full confidence
Yeah,
in like
that's
that.
who you should fear, basically, is whoever has full confidence in their faith. Yeah.
And that's so interesting. I mean,
yeah, phenomenally interesting.
That whole movie.
Quick question. What do you guys think?
I think it's a movie.
You think actor or wax figure for the dead pope in the beginning?
Yo.
Wax figure.
Dude,
Wax figure? It was so
wax-
stiff, right? Like, it was so
Yeah.
perfect.
waxy human.
Waxy human? Waxy actor?
I think that's more of a conversation for the substance.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man.
okay.
Okay.
What if they actually just got a
we
real
didn't
dead
include that.
body?
The what?
What if they just got like a real dead body and threw it in there?
Jeez. You know what's interesting to me? Those are the
The
factors
mouth
that
hangs
similar
low
to
and the skin might still
so
look
how you
yellow.
guys feel about the smoking and being on the phone. When they drag the body off, they just toss them
Oh,
on the
yes,
fucking
yeah.
ground.
I was-
Like,
yeah,
all right,
yeah.
next.
I think that was so important
I was
to make it
commenting
feel.
on how much
Yeah.
stress that would be like for the
the EMT or
like,
whatever.
in the real world, like the EMT who you like your job is to drag out the
Yeah.
dead pope
Yeah.
and like you got to take care of the body and all
I
that
asked
kind of stuff.
myself, do they have somebody in house to
Exactly.
handle that, or did they
But-
call?
but that's-
Yo, we got a dead one. Can you guys come to the fucking
Yeah, like
Sistine
no,
Chapel?
and that's a weird
Yeah.
conversation, but I
It
love
is.
the exploration of like,
Yeah.
is there a holy gurney? Like, is there
Because
like
in the public eye,
an
and there
anointed
isn't, and that's the
gurney
point.
that carries-
In the public eye, he has his own fucking car with glass windows that he can wave to the people
And
from.
that- and that's the
But in
first
the
time-
private eye, he's just another fucking pope. Like,
yes?
And that's
Next.
the first time in the film that makes you feel that it's just no
just a
matter
body.
their status, it's just another human.
I have a gripe.
You have a
with-
grip?
I guess
grape.
this is overall on the
grape.
Catholic front, but it bugged me the most in this film is when they call the Pope the Holy Father. It bugs the hell out of me,
Same,
dude.
same.
It bugs the hell out of me call him because now you're. There's a lot of arguments between Christians and Catholic, not to get too political or religious, but there's a huge argument between
Go Catholic.
The Bible, that both. That's why you're wearing the shirt, huh?
Go Catholic.
Where's your collar? Where's your collar?
You're supposed to Get on, bro.
The
Can I see you
popular
in the booth?
the popular argument between Catholics and Christians is biblically the same Bible they both follow mostly. You're not supposed to make idols of people, and Catholics make fucking idols out of everything.
The
Yeah,
Holy
we
Father.
do.
You know, and you're not supposed to.
We're
Biblically,
number one.
you're not like it's one of the 10 Commandments. So like, there's a huge argument with like if you say call him the Holy Father, it's like, well then what about God, dick? Like you just made a god out of a man and shit like
you
that.
know what
So
I hate about Christians? Your mom, like, shut up.
I just love that exploration of like of faith and if you watch like Bill Maher's Religious List, it's an interesting exploration on a guy who's the literal atheist exploring all the world religions and giving his own take on it. Yeah,
That's a really.
I'm gonna do one of these transitions again. Austin, this is nominated for film editing.
Oh, yeah,
Why?
you say you love the
Why?
editing. I gotta
I'm Austin.
see
Why?
That is Austin.
Yeah. Again, just the
Because
how it makes you feel normal on the cuts. Like in reality, the letting shots sit in certain points, like when they're putting the silverware, when they're just like how you're saying they're smoking outside and everything. Like
and it felt
re-
almost documentary
yeah,
style.
it did because it's even though it's a fictional story, the editing made it feel like it was non-fictional at points.
Like you were inside.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like you
that-
were fit for the conclave.
ooh,
Perfectly nominated for production design, by the way. They built that fucking thing. They didn't shoot in the real one. They built They built the Sistine Chapel.
That's crazy.
You know how impressive that fucking is? Like they rebuilt everything.
Do you think you'll take it for production design?
Yeah, I think right now it's
In
probably.
editing?
Well, no, maybe the Brutalist.
The
still beats
Brutalist,
it.
bro, yeah,
But
like-
that's impressive, dude.
Yeah,
And,
it's
and that's a very
crazy.
small
Chapel.
budget too.
Recreating the entire Sistine Chapel.
Yeah,
Michelangelo?
that once he said that, I was like,
Fuck,
oh wow,
that's
yeah.
pretty
Yeah, they
cool.
recreated not just that, but the church.
20 million.
20 million. I mean,
Oh my
it's not that
goodness.
far fetched. That's pretty
Those
impressive. dude.
buses that made them feel like they're athletes.
Oh,
were
dude,
pretty
that's so good.
Yeah.
But taking them back to their hotel, basically,
Yeah.
and shit. That's really.
That
yeah.
all made a joke about that. Is like they look like athletes just coming into
Yeah.
the stadium for the
yeah.
game.
Come on, guys, coach is right. If we want to win,
If we
no,
want
I
to
think
vote him
that's
to be
really
the new
good.
pope,
No, again, humanizing and taking them off that pedestal,
Beautiful.
like CK
Beautiful.
said.
I got a question for you guys on this one then.
go ahead.
Question away.
We were tossing this topic around earlier about this film. What did you think of the ending?
I
Could have done without it.
I agree.
really liked it, but I'm also not a hater.
He's also
It's
a Catholic.
do you
Wow.
also have ovaries?
I also have ovaries. When I get kicked in the dick, it hurts twice. It's interesting. It's an interesting character because he almost, like I was trying to describe to Carlos, I feel like that he's almost coming out as like this, like Jesus, like this perfect character that comes in. Yeah. He's experienced probably the worst of society because they say that he's a Mexican cardinal, but he was in the Middle
Yeah.
East. And
The monologue he had inside of the theater with the
What do
rest
you
of
know
them?
about war?
What do you know about war? Come on, that alone has you hooked.
It
Yeah.
does, but my contention is that it's a hat on top of a hat. You're creating a character that, in its most foundational level, already you sympathize with because he votes for the guy that you like, which is the Ralph Fiennes character. That's the important conversation to introduce this character. Like, I voted for you, you know. Your emiscence, or what was it? Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't watch
Eminence.
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 Your eminence. And you already sympathize with that character. And let's face it, we're biased. We're Mexicans. So we sympathize with that character even more when he talks Spanish. When he speaks perfect Spanish, unlike Emilio Perez. And when he
Gomez.
speaks perfect
that the
Spanish,
next
you empathize with this character. I also couldn't stop thinking about the fucking actor from Ted Lasso. Danny.
Danny
yes.
That guy could have played this role, dude. but again, you empathize with him. He has a very good demeanor to him. You trust him. You want him to win almost, but you don't expect for him to win.
Yeah.
But on top of it,
Because
it's like,
he's just part of the drama, right?
Yeah.
He's just part of the drama of like, wait, what do you mean there was a last minute submission for Cardinal?
Yeah.
Like, and then that he's been a part of this order that we've never heard of and all that.
yeah, no, but once he delivers this amazing monologue, it's like, okay, I'm on this guy's side. He's got a really good point. These fucking entitled white men who don't know dick about anything.
No, yeah, the traditional, like,
And I'm already in. You got me. More than a hook. I'm in.
Sold.
And then on
And
top
then
of,
we get to
he plays the underdog
Yeah.
as well throughout that whole entire
Yeah.
story.
And then we get to he's a pope. He's the pope. He gets voted. Amazing. Based on his one monologue, which also shows you how easy it is to sway these fucking men.
Yes.
That's the only thing that bothered me a little bit. But
think it bothers me
again,
about
we
the
get to the
Catholic
part of
Church.
saying like, is it true? You try to undergo treatment. Are you were born with
Yeah.
ovaries and the uterus? And yeah,
Come
I
on,
didn't
guys. God was right. If we want to win
Shut the
this.
fuck up.
know. They were taking out my appendix and they discovered this. It wasn't my fault, but then I realized I'm a creation of God and God makes everybody perfect and that's all fine and dandy. But shit, make the film about him.
I think
you
it's
just created a character for me that's super interesting that you just left it at that. Like, I mean.
I'll make this small,
Make the film about that guy
No.
because of how
It's like-
interesting
I'll make a
that
small
is.
statement.
I agree.
But also, it talks about kind of like the weird undertones with the church that even though the
Imperfection.
women play such an important role in like supporting all this, and even like I forgot what the actress.
Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah, that even though she comes out to say like, "Hey, we're supposed to stay quiet and we're
But
not
that
supposed to be a
fucker
part of
did it.
Yeah, no, even though like they're just supposed to come and support this, but they have to play their quiet role.
They didn't
And-
focus enough on it.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but it was just enough to have that, and then a big slap in the face to the congregation,
Yeah.
the conclave.
That's
that the person who's going to be the pope and the new leader of the religion
Is technically
hermaphrodite.
Yeah.
Speaking about Rossellini, why do you think she got nominated?
I don't know. I'm sorry, but we didn't see enough of her. And again, if you know her,
agree.
if you know her
was
her
good, but
acting, I mean,
is her first
David Lynch.
nomination.
Yeah, David Lynch used her a ton. What was she was in Mulholland, no, or
Mulholland Drive.
was it Mulholland or Blue Velvet?
That was the.
Blue Velvet.
She wore
Blue
Mulholland
Velvet.
Drive.
She played the head sister in Conclave, right? Or
Yeah.
was it
Yes.
someone- Okay.
The
But
one who
she's
comes
also
out and is like,
a writer director well within her own right. You go into the Criterion channel, she has a shitload of like great films. She's a great writer director within her own right, and she's the daughter of of two legends. She's the daughter of Ingrid Bergman, Casablanca Ingrid Bergman,
Showing off.
and the daughter of Roberto Rossellini, amazing Italian neorealist director.
Yeah, Russell.
Isn't she Scorsese?
Yeah, Rossellini's on my fucking chest, dog.
Isn't she Scorsese's
chest.
ex-wife?
She's Scorsese's ex-wife.
I just put
second
anybody
wife
on
or
my
whatever.
chest.
Yeah.
well, we got a
why
few
though?
minutes.
Like, I don't understand why.
Yeah, no, I mean she's great, but it's that argument of there's actors in the past that have been nominated for one fucking line. You know, if you're gonna nominate anybody, nominate the Mexican guy, right? He delivered an amazing monologue. He didn't get a nod.
Or Tucci or
I don't know about Tucci. I was a little disappointed with Tucci. I like him. He's a phenomenal actor. You were underutilized in this picture, I thought. I thought Lithgow
Yeah, for sure towards
overacted.
the end, but dude.
I thought Lithgow superseded his performance. And,
Absolutely.
he
over
was
to
good. He
Stanley
was really
Tucci.
good. I'm just a big Stanley Tucci fan, dude.
I thought Ralph
Me
Fiennes
too.
killed.
But
I'm a big-
Ralph Fiennes.
anything he does.
I think fine for fucking once. I don't see him as Voldemort, right? Like he's terrific.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
What
in
about
this.
the guy from
Fiennes.
Budapest?
Oh yeah, I know that's fair. That's fair. But anytime I think Ralph Fiennes, I think fucking Harry Potter and The Menu.
Yeah.
hated the
It's the
menu,
same
bro.
fucking character.
Yeah.
Well, we
mean,
have
I
we have
dislike
2 minutes.
the menu, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 minutes. Lukewarm take.
God damn it.
That's very biblical, by the way. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'll rebuke you from my mouth, or what's the Bible verse? The Bible verse is like, you be hot or cold, but don't be lukewarm, or I will vomit you from my mouth.
Yeah.
It's Jesus. Hey, it's the Son of God. What's going on?
Luke 13 for sure.
Okay, well, I got a
I
minute 30
genuinely-
seconds. Cold take. I think that this got snubbed for best cinematography.
Yeah, we were talking we were talking about that during the screening.
I think it got snubbed for best
Why?
cinematography.
Make your case.
Make your case.
I there's so many risks that I felt it took in the composition. No, I don't even know if I want to call it risk because I'm overusing that, but it took so many different intentionality in exploring the world, in all the vignettes of the different people that all work in the conclave to make this happen, and then knowing how to balance, like giving enough material that then when we go into the editing room and we're putting this movie together, how to balance it out. Because I mean, one shot that still stuck with me is when all the cardinals are walking down next to the fountain and they all have the umbrellas, and the composition's perfect where it's covering just their face, but you can see the rest of their body, so you know who they are.
But who are you voting for?
But who are you voting for? And like any one of these people can all be the next.
I'll toss this out there just in the last 20 seconds. What really impressed me about the use of cinematography with the directing, there were moments where I didn't know if it was a dream sequence, if it was Ralph Fiennes' character undergoing
Same.
a crisis.
Like the
Same.
dream sequence
The-
of in the where they're isolated by themselves when they're
Yeah.
talking about the votes. Those
Oh, no,
Yes.
no, when he
Yes, with the
pictures the
spotlight on
Pope in his bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he pictures the Pope in his
That
bed.
was-
I thought the explosion was going to be a dream sequence, by the way.
Yeah, same. Okay.
Conclave.